Welcome to Rated Gen Z podcast with
Yay.
Pepper. Woo! This is really exciting for so many reasons, Pepper. First of all, when this airs on Wednesday, I think Wednesday is what? Is that New Year's Eve? Because
It is.
yeah, air these
Yeah.
on the Wednesday. So New Year's Eve, the first podcast was January 1st of this year. So it'll be like our 1 year anniversary of the
Oh,
podcast. And I think it's like perfect that you're my guest because you're like a graduate of Rock the Boat. Now that you're
right.
18, you can be on
Yeah.
Rated Gen Z. So I thought, like, how cool is it that Pepper is going to be my anniversary episode?
That's so cool. I don't even think of that.
I didn't
Cool.
either. And then you were recently in my documentary, I Hear You Gen Z, which is,
Yeah. I'm wearing the hoodie for it.
oh my gosh.
Thought that would be fitting.
I almost wore mine, but then I was like, I don't know. It's kind of hot in my room. So I
Yeah.
was like, because I am in San Diego and it's been warm here.
It's been warm here too.
Has it? Because you're in Grand Junction, Colorado.
Yeah, it hasn't been very cold lately. So I'm probably gonna be eating those words soon because it's supposed to get cold soon. So
So no snow. You haven't had any
it's
snow?
it snowed once,
Okay.
but it was in mid-November.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, because I was when we were there, it was August, and then I was there last year in October, mid-October, and it was beautiful. It was like still felt like fall. Yeah,
Yeah.
so Colorado's kind of funky with its weather too, just like here. I feel like everywhere, to be honest. Everybody's had
Yeah.
like schizophrenic weather. The point is that you're finally on my new podcast, which is 18 and older, but you've been on my Rock the Boat show. Were you on there like three, four times? I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah, it
Something like
wasn't
that.
like it wasn't like a bunch of times, but it was like at least
Enough.
two or three.
Yeah, it was a good amount. And then, like I mentioned, you were in the documentary, which right now we're editing it. I should get the first draft mid-January, so I'm super excited. And I am just cannot wait to showcase it because
Me
you
too.
guys like all had so many insightful things and your perspectives and your insight and everything was fantastic. Um, but I would love to have you, I guess I want you to intro yourself in this case because I feel like I have a different audience on this podcast, a little bit different. So I would love for those that like it don't know who Pepper is, I would love for you to be the one to kind of tell us a little bit about yourself and then we can just go from there.
Okay. Well, hi. I'm Pepper Rooston. I turned 18 in September, so I'm barely able to be on this podcast, but I am. Um, I have been in band for many years. I've been in choir for a few years. I've moved a bunch. Um, as of right now, I've got accepted into like 8 different colleges.
Congratulations.
Um, so that's a big thing. I'm also a part of the queer community. I'm trans and probably pan. I don't know about that
Okay.
one, but I'm definitely trans. Um, I also have 4 cats. One of them is in frame.
Do you have like a newer cat? I don't remember having four cats when we were there filming.
I did. I think one of them was just probably hiding when you were here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is Micah.
Hi, Micah.
He's leaving. But
He looks
yeah.
like Spike.
Um, I'm trying to think what else.
Yeah, I feel
Um,
like that's kind of
yeah.
are you still like a huge fan of planes and
Yeah.
piloting?
I don't know how I didn't think of that. That's like the
I was
first
gonna say
people learn
like
about
that's
me.
yeah, I was gonna say that's like a
Yeah.
big part of you, our planes.
Yeah. I can identify planes just by looking at them, but commercial planes, not military stuff. But
Okay.
yeah.
I feel like you at some point you might have to get into the military planes because those are really cool too, like the old
Yeah.
ones. Yeah, my son was
Yeah.
big into planes like as a kid. He loved the military ones, so he would love going to the air shows. He still gets a kick out of it. Like I did an air show here. I worked one a couple years ago and I was taking a bunch of videos and sending it to him and he was like, "That's so cool."
That's so cool. Yeah.
Yeah, they are pretty cool. Um, Yeah, well, you obviously, mentioned quite a few things about yourself, and I want you to update me with what's going on with band because you just had like your last performance at school, didn't you?
Yeah, sorry, I actually hear a plane right now.
Uh, can you
I live,
identify it by the sound?
no, but I do live under the flight path.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty neat. Well, yeah, I finished my marching band season in October. Well, at the very, very end of October or early November. State was right before Halloween, and then we went to BOA, which is Bands of America in St. George, Utah. Um, which I've been there twice now, and that's the only reason I've been there, and the only reason I'll ever be there.
Oh,
But
okay. And I'm assuming you have to qualify as a band in order to get to that
I
level, or is
I don't
that
know.
like
I don't
anybody can
really
go?
know how the BOA thing works because it's not. It's like BOA is a national like organization. Hi.
Okay.
Um, but state is just like obviously a Colorado thing.
I'm
But
curious, like, are there schools that like have a reputation for having a really good marching band? Like, are those like
yes,
what schools are
yeah.
those? I'm curious, like in what state they're in or city.
The best of the best are usually in Texas. For
Okay.
some reason, Texas is like die hard marching band.
Well,
Like
I
all,
feel like it makes sense because they're diehard like football fans, and
yeah,
obviously,
that makes sense.
yeah.
But they're all of like the really insane, like massive bands are all from Texas.
Interesting.
So they kind of scare me, but I'm sure not many of them came to
Oh,
St. George, Utah.
okay.
Because there's competitions everywhere. There's a few in Texas. There's one in Utah. There's a few on the East Coast probably. And then Grand Nationals, which is the big thing, is in Indianapolis at the Lucas Oil Stadium where the Colts play.
Oh, have you
Um,
done that before?
no,
No?
we
Okay.
we we kind of in BOA standards we kind of suck, and we also don't
Sorry.
have money.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's a
even if
lot.
we did qualify, we'd never be able to go.
Gotcha.
But for state, we've always been in finals. We've always made finals for Class 3A, except for last year because last year sucked.
Okay.
But that's we've had like three different band directors in 4 years, so uh,
Okay. And what
that makes sense.
instrument do you play?
Trumpet, I play trumpet
That's right. Yeah.
and
We have,
tenor saxophone.
oh, okay. Yeah, we have some cool footage of you playing the trumpet when we were there filming, which was really neat to be able to go to your band practice. Did anybody say anything when we
Yeah,
left? Were they like,
actually,
"What was that?" I'm curious.
yeah.
I didn't ask you about that either.
My buddy who plays baritone was like, "Who? What is that?" And I'm like, "Oh, there. I'm in a documentary." And I went on the whole spiel because we were like in the middle of rehearsing, so I couldn't
Yeah, yeah. You're like, just go with it, dude. I mean,
yeah,
was he the one next to you? Like he was super
yeah,
cool. Yeah.
the big
Yeah.
baritone guy right
Yeah.
next to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they thought that was pretty cool. So
Yeah. I think
it was very early in the season. It was during band camp. The thing is that I guess some like uh stuff got passed in last year's election or something, and so our school was under construction. A lot
oh,
of there
okay.
was like a bond or something, but our school they were putting in a sprinkler system
Mm.
in the main building, and also moving like the security office up to the front. So we couldn't use the school, which is why we were at that middle school. Um,
Oh, that's
which
right. It wasn't your school. Now that I
yeah,
think about
that
it.
was not my school. I did go there for a year,
Oh,
but
okay.
um, it was definitely very strange now that I think about it because I was very, very early in the season. So I'm glad that
Yeah.
you guys got some clips of that.
Yeah, no, it was definitely really neat. And the way they edited it and just like the way it looked, it was just really cool. So I think you'll be really happy to see yourself
Yeah,
be
I
playing.
remember seeing the trailer and seeing a couple of my clips come up, and I thought it was super neat.
Yeah.
It was so
I know it's one of those things where I keep getting asked, like, oh, where are you gonna stream it? What are you gonna do with it? Da, 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 da. And I honestly I have a feeling that I can't know anything until like it comes out and I
Yeah,
see it. Then I can have an idea of like film festivals and where I can, house it and everything. But it's like I feel like I can't even imagine also like hopefully the opportunities that it's going to give a lot of you that are in the film too, because it's going to expose a lot of you in
yeah,
ways that I feel like you guys will be able to do something to give back and be productive with it. I feel like in a good positive way, because everybody kind of has their own, obviously, lives and careers that they want to pursue. And I feel like
yeah.
this could help in some way to, yeah, to elevate that and to just, yeah, I think
I'm very excited.
yeah, no, I am too. It's I'm being very very much tested like with my patience and just like trusting the process. How everybody's
Yeah,
like you got to
exactly.
trust the process and the journey, and that's definitely something that is I'm being tested on every day. But it's good. I know it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth the wait. So I'm thrilled about that. Okay, so with band, I know that you just said you got into 8 different schools. Are you applying with like a band major? Is there a band major or how does that, or like do you look to see
Um,
if there's bands at that school or is that not even anything that you're even considering?
well, the thing is that I'm not like looking for a marching band for college because college marching bands are a whole different environment
Hmm.
and they don't compete. And
Oh, okay.
a lot of what makes high school marching band really fun is the competitive part. Um, I'm not, I really don't want to major in music because I don't want it being like an academic thing because that'll like ruin my interest for it. It'll make it suck,
Mm,
if that
that
makes
makes
sense.
sense.
Like
Yeah, that makes sense.
it won't be like just an interest anymore. It'll be like my whole life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not planning on that. I'm not even probably planning on minoring in music, but you can major in like music education or music performance or music theory and stuff like that. And I don't want to. But I can still like join band and
Okay.
choir and whatever I want to do. Um,
So then what are you looking to major in? Because I don't know if I've ever asked you that, like what you were looking to maybe do career wise.
for the schools that offer it, I really want to major in aircraft mechanics. That's like
Okay, that makes sense
my
since
thing.
you love planes.
Yeah, I really wanted to be a pilot for a while until I realized it's all sitting in a cockpit, sitting in a hotel room, and never being home. And it would take me years and years and years to get enough seniority to like get a schedule that would work for me.
Yeah.
But with being a mechanic, I can still keep my brain sharp and work on planes, work with my hands, and still be around aviation stuff. And it makes good money too, because
Yeah.
like everyone in the field's like retiring, so they need mechanics.
That makes sense that's I feel like an industry that's kind of old school,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
now a lot of people are probably not wanting to go into it. So yeah, now that I think about it, with all these people retiring, like hopefully there'll be people like yourself that have interest in that. Because
Yeah, I'm excited. Unfortunately, most of the schools I applied to do not offer it, so
okay.
I'm going with statistics for the other ones, or like data science, something stats related, because I actually really like stats. I hate I hate algebra. I hate calculus. I could handle it because I know majoring in statistics would require me to take other math,
Hmm.
but there's just something about statistics that is very interesting, and I could totally understand.
Yeah,
And
I enjoyed
it
it.
could be applicable to real life pretty
Yeah,
well.
I feel like because a lot of it is data, facts. It's like it's
Experiments,
yeah,
survey.
it's not just numbers
Yeah,
like algebra. Because yeah, I took a like stats 101 course at UCLA. It was like for my requirements or whatever, and so I took it, and I
yeah,
actually got an A in it, and I enjoyed it because again, it was like it was more of like you said experience, so there's like you can explain why things are the way they are, where
yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
a lot of math you can, it's like it is what it is, like it's two plus
Yeah.
two is four and
It's a lot of maybes and probablys and just take my word for it and stuff like that.
yeah.
But it's pretty cool. So
Yeah,
those are my two options. Uh,
okay.
and I've so far every single school that's gotten back to me has been an acceptance, which is crazy. And I'm not trying to like boast about it. I didn't expect it at all, but like,
Yeah, no, that's really amazing. I'm really
yeah,
proud of you, and that's awesome. Like, yeah, I think I applied to 8 schools and got all into all 8, but that was back in the 90s where it was a much different environment than it
yeah,
is now. It's like so competitive now.
it really is.
Um, yeah, I mean, I'm assuming the marching band, I mean, not many people are in band
Yeah,
anymore, right?
I think
And your
I'll,
grades, I would assume that you have decent
yeah,
grades.
most of like almost all the scholarships I've been getting from the schools are um like merit based, I think. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
I know a lot of them have to do with, my academic performance. So I get, they're like presidential scholarships or
Okay.
however that works. But I am very proud of that because I know I have like a 3.82 weighted GPA right now.
Okay.
Um, one semester I had like a 4.44 because I was taking IB for a minute, and I got a 1290 on my SAT, which is way higher than the average at my
Yeah.
school.
No, I was gonna say I feel like even when I was in high school, tw any like there were a couple people that were like 1300s, which was we were like, oh my gosh, but yeah,
Yeah,
1200s was
one of my friends had like a 1300 something, and she asked me if she should retake the SAT.
oh my
No, like that's insane. It's
yeah,
so good
because
too.
isn't 1600 the max?
Uh, like 1500 to 1600, I don't remember, but
Oh,
something like
okay.
that.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm an awful test taker. So for me, I know that when it came to exams, like I was the worst. So for me, like
Yeah.
when I took the SAT, I don't even I think I literally like blocked the number out of my mind because it was so bad.
Yeah. I don't I used to like taking like state testing when I was in elementary school. I thought it was so interesting and cool because then I would get like my score right after.
Okay,
Um,
you are probably the only person I've ever heard say
yeah,
that.
well, it's obviously not like exciting anymore, but
Right.
I'm like I don't know if I'm like good at test taking, but I'm not bad at it. I don't
Okay.
know. I can't
I can
getting
hear her purr. I love that.
he's
Or
very
him.
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
he's all in my business.
Oh my God, I love that. Yeah,
He's
I'm
very
we're fo
active.
my daughter's fostering a dog and she's in town from University of Arizona and we've got the foster dog. I literally have I'm barricaded in my room because he's gotten so attached to me
Oh
because I
no.
take him out. I like do all
Yeah.
he like sleeps in bed with me now too. And so I have it barricaded because the other day I was doing a rock the boat and even though I had it locked, like it's kind of janky and he just like flew in. He's up to the window and I'm like, hey. And so today I learned my lesson. I have it with like a piece of furniture because he'll want to come up and look for
Oh my
me.
God. That is so funny.
Yeah, the only problem is that he hates like he's not good with other dogs as a foster. I think
Oh,
might have had some kind of trauma with other dogs because every time I walk him and he sees another dog, like he starts barking. And so
yeah.
that's the only thing that's a bummer. But we need to get him adopted because he's the sweetest thing ever. He's so cuddly and snuggly, and he like will literally
Yeah.
come up to you and like he'll lay on the bed with me, like on the pillow next to me, and just like lay with me.
That is really funny. Hopefully that goes okay.
Yeah, so
I
we're
could
hoping.
never I could never do fostering ever
Well,
because
he
I
was
I
getting
just
ready
want
to
to
get
keep them.
euthanized, so that's why she and her
Oh,
roommates like took him in. They have fostered other dogs from that shelter, but this one, it's like they're gonna grow attached to him, especially my daughter,
yeah.
especially me, because they're gonna be here. They've already been here for almost a week a week already. Um, and then yeah, I think they're gonna be here another 2 weeks almost. So
Cool.
yeah, it's gonna be tough to say goodbye to Rusty.
Yeah. Maybe you'll be able to visit him
I
wherever he
know.
goes.
I know. We'll have to figure it out. I know. That's the only thing is you get so attached to your animals.
Yeah. Like this one is always bothering me.
Oh yeah.
He's
And
he's sweet. I
how
love
old is he?
He's 9.
Okay.
The two that are in my room are um because my room is detached from the house.
That's right. That's right.
Um, the two that are in my room are the ones that I've had for like half my life. I've had them
Okay.
since like they were a few months old. So this is Micah. The other one's Goose. I don't know
Okay.
where she is, but
Okay.
I've like grown up with them.
I
And the
get that.
other two, Bowie, the white one, we've had him since we lived in California in 2020. And then Quinn we got in 2021 when we moved to the Valley. So,
Okay. Yeah, I had a cat, and my parents also adopted her when I was a baby, and they would let her sleep in my crib. You know how
oh,
some people are like, you're not supposed to let, the cat sleep in the crib, but they didn't care. And it
yeah.
was a blue point or gray point Siamese. So it was Siamese, but it wasn't like your typical skinny ones. They're kind of
Yeah.
very
That's what Bowie
like,
is.
oh, okay. Yeah. So
He's a flame point, but he's super chunky and fluffy.
yeah, that's how Chavella was well, not too chunky, but she had really pretty blue eyes.
Oh,
And so I literally grew up with her. She was like, I think I actually wrote a college essay about how she was like my
oh,
best friend. And she passed away. I was spending the night at a friend's house the night that she passed away, but she ended up being 18 years old. So I was 18. So like we literally grew up together. And
crazy.
she would sleep in bed with me. Like it was the typical where I would sleep like super uncomfortably so that she could sleep under my legs or up on my
Yeah,
pillow. She was so spoiled. Like she was my everything. And
yeah,
I still dream about her and I still think of her and I feel like, how I don't know if you believe in all this stuff, but I do believe in like we have guides like on the other side and we have,
yeah,
like, and I do feel that because you can have animals too. I feel that
yeah.
Chavella, that was her name. I feel like that she's one of my guides on the other side because I still, like I said, dream about her and she still is
It's a
there.
nice comforting thing. I definitely get that.
Yeah. So,
I don't know what I'm gonna do when I go to college because I'm not allowed to take them with me. Like the longest I've gone without them is a month.
yeah.
That's when we were moving from Chicago to California. I don't know how I could do multiple months. Like
Yeah.
this Goose,
I
she's a
know, so
sweetheart. I
sweet.
couldn't. I could.
Well, that's how I thought it was going to be, but maybe Chavella knew. Maybe she was like, because it was the summer before I moved to UCLA.
Right.
So I'm wondering if she just kind of was like, I'm 18, I'm old at this point. My mommy's moving on. Like maybe I need to kind of just move on myself. Because yeah, had thought about that, but obviously your
Yeah.
cats aren't as old as my cat. So.
No.
But yeah, you'll figure it out. It'll be all good. Like they'll definitely miss you at first. Like them
Yeah.
too. They'll probably meow like crazy and drive your parents nuts because
Oh, they
they.
will. They definitely will.
Yeah, because every time I would spend the night at a friend's house, my dad hated it because Chavella would just whine and whine, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, this cat's so annoying when you're not in the house." Oh, look at it. See, yeah, animals, they're the best. They really
Yeah.
are. And
She's stealing the show.
yeah, so have you made a decision as to where you're gonna go?
Oh man, I don't know because I'm still waiting for a couple colleges to
Oh,
get
you
back.
are. Okay.
I have two left. So I've got accepted into CMU,
Okay.
obviously, because it's the local one, and they have like a 95% acceptance rate or something.
Oh, okay.
Um, CSU, CU
Okay.
Boulder. So those are all in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
And then University of Illinois Chicago,
Okay.
Lewis University, which is also in Chicago. That's like an aviation school.
Okay.
And then DePaul.
Minnesota?
DePaul is also in Chicago. So
Oh. But there
and
isn't.
then
Oh no,
and
it's St.
then
Paul, Minnesota, I think.
yeah.
Sorry,
And
people.
then DePau, which is in Indianapolis, which apparently is like pretty hard to get into. And then Seattle University. I'm waiting on University of Washington and then University of Wisconsin Madison, and that's
Oh,
it.
Badgers. I'm assuming you applied to a lot of schools in Illinois and Chicago because you lived in Chicago for.
Yeah, I want to go back so bad.
Okay,
I
that's what I
miss Chicago.
figured. And then why Washington?
Because I've always wanted to be in Washington. I heard it's a very pretty nice place and it rains there and it's very progressive and stuff.
Yeah.
And also lots of aviation opportunities because that's where Boeing is based.
I was
So
gonna say, isn't Boeing out there?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And then Wisconsin, because that's a pretty big school, isn't it?
Yeah, like most of Madison is just that school. Uh,
Okay.
I have a buddy that goes there, so I know a
Oh,
decent amount about it, and it's fairly progressive. I
Okay.
suppose.
Yeah.
But it's a humongous campus. So
Yeah. And yeah, I mean that makes sense. Obviously like we didn't really talk about, the LGBTQ plus community or anything but we did in the film in the
yeah,
documentary. But, that's the thing is like I think people also don't understand that some like that's important to you too, right? Like you need to go somewhere
yeah,
where you feel safe and accepted and you can be who you are and unfortunately, right now I think like with the climate, like it's really important. So
yeah.
yeah.
Like DePauw seems like a really nice, good school. Like they're a very high end school, from what I know. But Indianapolis, like and just that state in general is not would
Yeah.
not be a good place for me, which
Okay.
sucks
Yeah.
because they're
Can,
offering me a lot of money too.
gotcha. Okay, so this is going to be, and I don't know if I'm going to be out of line with this or anything, but when you apply for colleges, obviously there's like the whole gender thing. Like, is there isn't anything there that you're supposed to put down as transgender, is there? Or like
No,
it's like I'm now that I think about it, because obviously there's so much controversy around it. Um, you just put this like what sex are you supposed to put down?
they never. I don't actually remember because I used Common App. It's like
Yeah, I heard about Common App. It
yeah,
basically is for like every college.
yeah. It's just
Yeah,
like a main. You
like
do everything.
basic. Yeah.
I don't. I know I put down my preferred gender.
Yeah.
But I do know that they have to have, my legal name, which sucked, but
Yeah, because that's what I'm curious because your legal name is Natasha.
yeah.
And Natasha presents itself as a female name.
Yeah, it's especially traveling with that.
Yeah, I never
Not
thought about that,
very
Pepper,
good.
until right now. I was like, oh my gosh, like,
Yeah, like showing up with like going on a plane or something,
yeah,
and you see this and you hear me, and then you see my legal name and like legal gender, and it just
yeah.
doesn't match up at all. But I
And no
can't.
one's ever given you, when you've traveled, has anyone ever given you a hard time?
Not really, no. It's just like kind of embarrassing for me personally
Okay. Yeah.
because I haven't been, I'm not even with everything that's going on right now, I'm not even going to be able to change my gender even though I'm 18 because they banned that.
Oh, really? So,
Yep.
like, when you turned 18, you would be able to do that? Like, what, like in a court system or in like a
Yeah.
civil? Like, how? I didn't even realize that either.
I didn't even do that much research. I did most of the research on like my name change,
Okay.
which I still need to do. That shouldn't be too difficult. It's just a long process.
Mm-hmm.
But like for gender change, they like banned it like
Mm,
federally. So I can't even do anything about that right now.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's like it's tough because it is confusing, in a lot of ways. And that's why I was like asking because
Yeah.
I was just wondering how they even tackle that type of,
I don't
situation.
really know. I mean, if I go to a school in a progressive area, they should be fine with it. Like
Yeah.
CMU, I'm taking dual enrollment right now. So I'm taking college classes on campus. Some of which are also like counting for high school credit. And, they have to have my legal name and
Hmm.
all that junk. But I was able to put my preferred name in the system. That's all they see. Um, so I don't have to worry about, like my professors or classmates seeing my legal name. So um, it's just depending on where I go, it shouldn't be much of a problem. Like
Good.
Washington, anywhere there should be fine.
Yeah,
Chicago should be fine.
that's good.
Colorado should definitely be fine.
Yeah.
So I am not worried too much about it. It's just like if I went to DePauw, that would probably not be my best choice. Because the thing is, I also have to make sure that I'm going to a place that I will be able to get my hormones at, which I don't think Indiana is one of them. So
That's right, because I think like that's a state thing too, right? Like a
yeah,
state
it is.
legislation, whether or not they provide that. Okay.
Yeah, so that would be a whole mess, and I don't want to deal with that
Yeah.
because that's not, you know, I want to make sure that I'm going to be safe there so I
Yeah.
can, do everything else like going to school and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't want it to be a whole
I was
thing.
gonna say that's the last thing you should be worried about.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I don't know if I ever asked you this, how you even ended up with the name Pepper.
Oh man, I mean, it came about around 2020, which you know that.
Yeah.
Um,
I remember when your mom had said that, to be start addressing you as Pepper.
yeah.
And I didn't ask anything and why. But then now as I'm talking to you, I'm like, I don't know if I ever asked you how Pepper came
No,
to be.
yeah. It's kind of embarrassing, but in
Oh, okay.
2020 I was into, like online, spaces and stuff. And
Yeah.
so I had created a character that I really liked to draw. Um, and I named that character Pepper. And so I started
Okay.
going by like the character's name online. And then it kind of just stuck. Like it turned from like an online name into something that I actually wanted to be called over
Okay.
time. And I haven't found anything else that I've liked that
I
has
I love it. I think it's
been
great.
more me than
Yeah.
since then. So yeah.
Well, now that I've known you for quite some time now, like Pepper it just feels like you're a
Yeah.
Pepper.
Even with my family, like, the people that I've been around my whole life, they just like, yeah, your legal name, just like that's definitely not you anymore.
No.
Um, it's just I'm very grateful and lucky to have family that is so supportive as them.
Yeah.
Especially like, my parents and then my grandparents on my dad's side, they're very accepting and I'm
Yeah.
very lucky. And it's just like it's not even like unnatural to them anymore because I've been going by this name for like 5 years now, almost
Yeah.
6, I guess. So it's just natural, which is cool.
Yeah.
And even the very bigoted people on my mom's side have kind of been forced to call me by Pepper because they would just look stupid if they called me by anything else.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's one of those things where like having uh, just known you and kind of the evolution, it's like you've always been the same person, like just
yeah,
really kind and smart and funny and all of those things. So it's like when the person, the essence is the same, like it doesn't like all the other stuff, it doesn't
yeah.
matter. Like if you really think about it, like who cares? Like if you have
That's
long hair, if you have short hair, if you're wearing makeup, if you don't wear makeup, if you whatever, it's like if you are still that, good human being that I've known all this time. So it's
exactly that's a good mindset to have. I wish more people were like that.
yeah, I mean it's the same with my brother, it's like, he's part of the LGBTQ plus and he identifies himself as queer and sometimes he'll put makeup on, he'll wear earrings, like he'll do drag, he'll do things and it's like we could care less. It's like it's still
Yeah,
my brother. It's still Stanley. He's still, such a great person and he's hilarious and he just is just so generous and loving.
yeah,
And at the end of the day, like that's all that should matter. And so yeah, like it does bother me when people are so focused on like the exterior and just kind of like things that it's like, why should that matter? It should matter if they're good people or not. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Like I still it just boggles my mind sometimes, to
I
be
think they
honest.
just want something to be upset about.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. It's like, but I appreciate you and I appreciate how just willing that you've been to just kind of be on my journey too. It's not just your journey that I get to witness, like you've been getting to witness my journey as well with all of this. And I think that's just really cool. It doesn't matter how old I am, how old you are.
Yeah,
We're getting to kind of experience these things kind of in like parallel and being a part of that for each other, I think is really special. So I appreciate
I
that
agree.
a lot, Pepper.
It's
So
been
thank
very
you.
cool knowing you for 5 years. Like I saw you in person twice,
Twice.
twice
Yeah.
before you saw my mom,
Yeah. I know.
which
That's
is
what's
the
great.
reason
I still have never met your mom.
Really?
I met your dad when we came and filmed, but your mom wasn't
Right,
there, remember? Because
right,
she had at the last minute travel for work.
right. That is
I,
so
kn-
funny.
that's what's insane.
Oh man.
Is
So I've
that,
technically seen you three times now because of the
yeah,
documentary.
yeah.
And
And I,
the reason that I know you, you still haven't
and
seen him.
it's because of your mom. And so, but that's kind of also like a true testament to, I tell people that you can connect with different generations in a way that it shouldn't matter like the circumstances or anything, because yeah,
Yeah.
people would be like, wait, but you haven't met his parents, but you've already met him and he's been, I'm like, yeah, I mean, if if you're a trusted person, then you're trusted. And it's one of those things where your parents have always, trusted me with you really, and different ways of like having you share things on my podcast, having, meeting you in person and taking you out for lunch, and we did like a whole
Yeah,
day in Leesburg and
that
everything.
was
So
fun.
yeah, so it's great, like I love it. And so yeah, so hopefully one day very soon I'll finally
You'll
get to
actually get to see my
to,
mom.
to meet your mom, and that'll be like a very, very special occasion for sure with
She
all
did
of this.
tell me to tell you she said hi.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you have to tell them I say hi too. But all right, well, I'll go ahead and start closing out. If there is anything that you kind of want to like share that you haven't, this is your opportunity. Other than that, I feel like we've done, so many things together that,
Yeah.
you know, I know a lot, but I feel like if there's anything else that you would want to share
Um,
about yourself.
this is something I've been very proud of recently, but I made Allstate Choir.
You should be very proud of that.
Yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
heard last month, I think. And we perform in February, so I'm very excited. Like I went from like diehard band kid to joining choir second semester sophomore year, and now I'm like in all state. So I just wanted to share that. I was trying to figure out when I would say that, but
Well, now you've said
uh,
it. And so what does that mean? Where do you get to perform?
I don't remember what the hotel is.
But it's local?
It's in Denver, so we would have
Okay.
to drive like 4 hours.
Is that
But
how far
this,
you guys are from Denver?
yeah,
I didn't
and that
realize that.
4 hours on a good day. So if it's
Okay.
winter, which it will be, it might take longer. So
Okay.
wish
Yeah,
me luck, I guess.
February.
Hopefully we
Yeah.
don't get stuck.
So what's your part in choir?
I'm a baritone or a bass, so like
Okay.
technically bass one. So some parts I'm baritone, which is like the middle for like a men's choir,
Okay.
or bass. So yeah, I get to sing low and stuff because I joined choir right after I started hormones, which is good because my voice
Okay.
did drop around then.
Yeah, I definitely did
But
drop. Yeah.
I'm like kind of a diehard choir kid now.
So do
So
you have like a favorite song to perform?
I don't know, because I mean we only sing like certain songs. We have around four every semester, and then we never sing them again.
Are they like modern day songs or do you do old
Sometimes.
school? Like, okay, so they change.
It's a bit of both. There's definitely, from what I've noticed, lots of more like traditional songs in the first semester because
What would be considered traditional song? I just want to know because remember, I'm at a different age bracket than you are, so I'm curious what that
I don't
means.
really know how to explain it. It just seems like a lot of like the non-English songs, um,
Okay. Like
and
a
or
hallelujah type of song,
kinda,
kind
and
of.
like the holiday things, which are
Okay.
those are always in the first semester, and then more of like the modern fun stuff in the second semester. I don't know.
Okay.
That's just for our choir, but it's been very fun. They're definitely a very different group of people compared to band.
Really?
But I've honestly felt much more welcome
Do you
with
have
the
any crossover people
people.
like yourself?
Yeah,
Okay.
there used to be way more, but I'm one of just a few now.
Okay.
Um, but I've been very much enjoying it, and I was one of four people from my school that made it in. So
So did you have to do like a special audition or was it just them
yeah,
listening to you perform? No, you had to audition.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. So they had a mock audition day at the college. And it was you sang a solo that your director helped you pick. And then you had to do skills, which is like scales and triads and singing from ear and sight reading and all this
Oh,
crazy
wow.
like music theory stuff. And then you get a score and you wait. Um, and then for the actual audition, which was also at CMU, luckily, um, it's more of the same, but I felt really good about it. The thing is that I probably didn't have nearly as much competition as the million bajillion sopranos that auditioned for Allstate.
Yeah, baritone is pretty specialized.
Yeah, so I rocked my solo. It was Loch Lomond. It's like a kind of a sea shanty. It's very a very mellow.
Are you able to like give us a little snippet? Because I'm curious, like what that sounds like.
Uh, I don't remember it that well,
Oh, okay.
surprisingly, but I could definitely send you a video.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I would love to hear you because I've
uh,
seen you play an instrument, but I haven't, heard
yeah,
you this instrument here.
yeah, I can definitely send you a video because we had a like a vocal recital where we had to show off our solos before the actual auditions happened.
Okay.
That was fun. My mom was there.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it was very nerve-wracking and I wasn't great at the skills, but I worked my butt off like the week before to memorize the skills and stuff because there's like fancy names for all sorts of music theory stuff, which I never really understood, but I did it well enough to make it in. So yay. I was the only tenor bass kid to get in from our school. To be fair, I was one of two people that
Wow.
tried. So
That is so cool.
yeah,
Well,
I'm very proud of
congrats.
that. We have 5 songs for Allstate, and they're all kind of long and difficult looking, but I'll handle it. I mean, that's what I wanted, so
Yeah, you got this. That's awesome. Well, thanks for sharing.
yeah, of course.
You're like, I was waiting to tell somebody. Well, now you can tell the
Yeah,
whole world. I love it. All right. Well, thanks again, Pepper. I'm like, to just have you stay on, we'll say goodbye to each other. But how cool is it that you graduated to Rated Gen Z podcast?
yeah, and I'll graduate high school in a few months.
I know,
Crazy.
woohoo!
Like
It's
I
like
was in 7th grade
I
when I was first on your podcast.
that's what's crazy. Like I was telling someone the other day, Jason, who was my first guest, he was 12 and now he's 18 and he's going off.
Oh,
No, actually, he's a freshman in college this year
oh man,
because he was
it's
my
going to be
first.
crazy for
Yeah.
you.
So it's kind of weird seeing like now, like my guests growing up. Like I didn't envision that happening. And so the fact that that is, I'm like, that's so cool.
This is very cool.
Yeah.
I was 13
Yeah.
and
I
now
know.
I'm an adult.
Yes, I know. It's insane. Well, thanks again, Pepper.
Well, thank you for having me.
Of
I'm very,
course.
very grateful to be on your podcast again.